Hey guys, if you guys are here today, I'm assuming you're overwhelmed by the options that vaping has to offer. Well, I hope that my video today is able to help you narrow it down just a little bit and give you a general idea of what vape suits you the most. Based on my knowledge of vaping and years of working at a vape shop helping customers, I have grouped up vaping into two categories. Now, how I'm going to help you today is to help you figure out which category you fall into and give you a general idea of what these categories are targeting. And that way, you're going to have a better idea of what your first vape should look like. First type of device are the Freebase devices. You might be wondering, what is a Freebase? Well, Freebase is a form of nicotine. They are the purest and most potent form of the nicotine compound, and they are the most easily absorbed by the lungs. Freebase devices are the most traditionally associated with vaping. So if you ever see people down the street chucking enormous clouds or holding this ginormous battery pack, these are most likely Freebase devices that are called box mods. Now, box mods get really confusing with all the accessories and stuff that they come with, such as the rebuildable stuff like the RDA, RTA, RDTA, but as a first timer, these are all things that you don't need to worry about. For a first box mod, I would highly recommend just getting a kit. That will be totally sufficient and have everything you need to get you started. It will include the device, coils, and the tank. Some options give you more features than others. You might have more wattage control over one, some have temperature control, but for your first device, all you need to look for is something with a moderate wattage control, and that's about it. So a variable wattage control just gives you a more controlled vaping experience. You're able to dial in on the throat hit, the amount of vapor production, and what type of temperature you're getting for your vapes. Now, who are box mods for? Well, they're great for people who love the idea of chucking big clouds and getting the fullest flavors, as well as people who just want to do it for fun, honestly. Vaping for many are substitutes for cigarettes and helping quit smoking, but there's also a big portion of us that are in this vaping community who love it as a hobby. They love box mods, and box mods are perfect because they offer so much customization. You're able to build, you're able to change everything you can think of. Now, you might have noticed I didn't recommend Freebase devices for people who want to come off smoking or trying to quit smoking. The reason for that goes back to the Freebase nicotine. Due to its potency and how harsh it hits, you might never find that sweet spot as a heavy user, a heavy smoker, because you're gonna wanna dial up the nicotine strength, but the downside to that is a very harsh and intolerable throat hit. So you end up going to a lower nicotine but never getting enough, and you end up burning a hole in your wallet constantly buying juice. Now this brings us to our second type of devices, and these are the Saltnic devices. As the name implies, Saltnic devices are specifically made for salt nicotine, which are the higher content of nicotine juices available. The two main types of Saltnic device that you need to be familiar with are the closed and open pod systems. As the name implies, open pod systems are open, so you're able to fill it up with juices, any sort of Saltnic juice you can get your hands on. Closed pod, on the other hand, is a lot more convenient, but you do have to pay a higher price considering that you do purchase the entire pod and they are disposable, coming pre-filled with juices. Now, to explain which one will suit you the most, you do need to choose between the convenience of a closed pod system, but with the downside of a higher cost efficiency, or would you like an open pod system where you get the endless variety of juices you can purchase and fill it up yourself, at the cost of having a lot more maintenance work. Saltnic devices are my go-to suggestion for people who are trying to get off cigarettes and need that higher nicotine content. They provide a much smaller form factor, and they don't have much control over the vape, which makes it very easy to use and makes the transition much easier. With all that being said, I hope this video helped identify what type of vape user you are and gave you a basic intro into the vaping world. My last suggestion would be to just go to your local vape shop and see what type of various selections of vapes they offer for your specific needs. Whether it is a Saltnic device or a box mod, they're gonna know and they will help you with the last part of this process, which is picking out your device. Thank you everyone for watching my video. If you have any further questions on vaping, leave a comment. And if you think today's content was helpful, like and subscribe. If you are from Vancouver, check out vapecorner.ca, link in the description. That is where I get all my vaping products, and I hope to see you guys soon.